You might wonder why catalogs keep showing up in your mailbox.
You would wonder. Kenneth Craig shows us how paper catalogs are surviving our digital revolution.
Last year it was tomatoes. This year it's peppers.
Melissa Emerson's garden has to be picture perfect. It's where she and her husband grow and photograph plants to advertise their seed company.
We start planning in January for the catalog that gets released in November.
The company does its retail online, but it's marketing the old-fashioned way.
Most of our customers get the catalog, they flip through it, they mark it up, and then they go to their website and they order online.
Their catalogs are printed at Dingley Press in Lisbon, Maine, where the digital age hasn't hurt business, it's helped.
And the market's doing well.
VP Jim Gibbs says many of his clients are strictly online.
They can only grow their business to a certain point where they need to reach new prospects, and they're turning to catalogs to generate prospects.
An industry trade group says by its latest count, more than 13 billion catalogs a year are moving through the mail.
The customer it brings is really the holy grail of customers because they're actually a customer of your business and they tend to make repeat purchases.
Atlanta's Onward Reserve clothing retailer says the printed page creates a more personal touch.
We've got a true connection with our customers, and a big part of driving that is our catalogs.
Emerson packs her catalogs with personal stories from her garden.
Where would your company be without this catalog?
We wouldn't be a company without this catalog. It's the driving force behind everything we do.
And a survivor of the digital revolution. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Lisbon, Maine.
And of course, you know there are tons of scams out there right now. So if you want to learn all about them, the ones that are coming in through email or text message or your phone, come to my free class tomorrow night from 6 to 8. You can see it's at the Schusterman Community Center near 21st and Lewis. I will tell you all you need to know to keep you and your family safe. Don't worry about registering, just show up.
Well, this morning's rain has gone. Check it out right now. Beautiful shot on our Osage Casino Skycam network, except for that gigantic bug on the lens right now. But Lacey's tracking the chance of more rain in the forecast.
And then next, we're getting an inside look at the conditions Oklahoma utility crews are facing as they try to get power back on after Irma.
Hi, I'm Mark Wayne Mullen with Mullen Plumbing, the Red Rooter. Wouldn't it be nice if you could schedule all your emergencies? At Mullen, we know your time is valuable. That's why we offer 24-hour service. Call Mullen Plumbing, the Red Rooter at 918-258-6636.
Hello, Oklahoma. I'm Mark Allen, Mark Allen Chevrolet. This is my beautiful wife, Zoya. My son's Connor in Dallas.
We're a family-owned business, and both my brother and I work at the dealership.
That's right, and if you need a new car, come see the Allen brothers.
Really, guys?
Yeah, you guys get back to work, boneheads.
Boys will be boys. They're getting better every day.
Yes, they are. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to our customers. You guys are awesome. You've given us the best ratings in the state of Oklahoma.
And the reason we have those ratings is because of the experience. We make car buying fun and easy, and that's why we are the only 5-star dealer in the state, and those reviews come directly from our customers.
You know, we have the best prices in the state of Oklahoma, and a lot of people think we're way out in the middle of nowhere. We're actually about 15 minutes away from anywhere in the Tulsa area. And I'm gonna give you my cell phone number. It's what's my number?
918-779-8942.
Come see us, or go to the website first, markallenchevytulsa.com, and then find your car, and then call me.
Find new roads.
Let's do business.
For over 30 years, John Deere has led the way with utility vehicles. And today, P&K Equipment continues that tradition with the industry-leading Gator. This American-made machine can plain and simply Gator done. And right now, the 4-wheel drive XUV 560 side-by-side starts at $119.99 per month. That's a lot of Gator. You've got some land. It's time you own it.
In Oklahoma, John Deere starts with P&K.
Hi, I'm Mark Wayne Mullen with Mullen Plumbing. Every household today is full of electronics. Make sure you protect all of them by installing a whole house surge protector. At Mullen, we install these to keep your home safe. Call Mullen at 918-258-6636.
From the second your alarm goes off, 6 in the morning alerts are waiting to get your day started.
By your first cup of coffee, you'll see breaking news.
Police say that they're still looking for who's responsible.
Live reports from the top breaking news team.
Thieves have targeted this church.
Plus, any important stories from around Green Country.
When you're ready to get dressed, you'll know what the weather's going to do hour by hour, so you and your kids will be prepared all day long.
Before you hit the door, we'll help you find the fastest route. Here's your alternate route.
No one wakes up your day like 6 in the morning.
Oklahoma utility crews are starting another week of hurricane recovery work in Florida. More than a week after Irma made landfall, more than 500,000 customers still don't have power. OG&E posted these pictures on Facebook showing their teams trudging through a swamp to get power restored.
And now a new hurricane threat is churning in the Atlantic Ocean. Maria is now a Category 4 storm with her sights set on the Caribbean. Puerto Rico right now is rationing supplies like water and baby formula just to make sure everybody has what they need. Some of the British Virgin Islands, well, they're still covered in debris from Irma. Those recovery operations are now on hold.
Everyone's been rallying around trying to create some kind of shelter.
Forecasters do expect Maria to get a lot stronger in the next 24 hours.
Now, the Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Yeah, here's a look right now at major hurricane. This is Maria taking almost a similar path as what Irma took, but right now it's tracking a little bit further towards the south versus Irma. Here's a look right now. This is on infrared. You can actually see the intensity, how symmetrical the system is. When you start to see it look very, very circular, the eye starting to become very well defined. It is strengthening now, a Category 4 hurricane with winds sustained over 130 miles per hour. Maria is not the only one. We also have Jose tracking up the east coast, not expected to make landfall. The East Coast will feel some effects from Jose. Also, Tropical Depression Lee, and in the Pacific, there's Norma and also Otis. So 5 named storms right now, but Maria is the one that, yes, we are tracking very closely. The one that has strengthened over just the past few hours is a Category 4 south of Barbuda and continuing to track up towards the north and to the northwest to Puerto Rico. This one may take a direct hit, okay? A direct hit with the eye going right over Puerto Rico as a Category 4 hurricane on Wednesday, then tracking up towards the Bahamas, likely kicking back out to the Atlantic, though, versus heading further towards the west. So we're going to watch it very, very closely. Still a Category 3 by Saturday. That's what's going on out in the tropics. Of course, here at home, we had some very beneficial rain. We had about 1/2 inch fall in Tulsa, officially at the airport. Now, we are still below normal for the month of September. Typically, for the entire month, we see 4 1/4 inches, so we're well below normal, but we do have some more rain chances coming up here on the 7-day forecast, along with the chance for a few thunderstorms. As far as rainfall totals go, we've seen anywhere from 1/2 inch around Tulsa, traces up to the north. These are 24-hour totals. Eufaula, 1/4 inch, McAllister, 0.8 inches, but between Holdenville and Stewart, there have been some reports of 1 to locally 1.5 inches of rain. Of course, the further south and east that you go, down towards Poto, all the way down towards Broken Bow, completely dry. No rain out of the system over the weekend, and now has passed on by. Skies have been clearing out, mostly sunny, and we're in for just a beautiful afternoon. It's 85 degrees, slight heat index 86. This is a live look on our Osage Casino Sky Cam network. A lot of blue now showing up after a couple cloudy days. 85 in Owasso, 87 in Sand Springs, 88 in Coweta, 85 in Claremore. We have the 90s returning. Poto 91, Fort Smith 91 degrees also, 90 in McAllister, not quite as warm up to the north, but we have several warm days. I'll call them hot days coming up. It's going to feel like summer, and this is for the last official week of summer. Fall officially begins on Friday, but high pressure is going to dominate. We've got a big storm system brewing and building off to the west. Unfortunately, this one is going to stay off to the west for several days this week, kind of pump the brakes, and with that, we're going to continue to heat up. Skies staying mostly clear, some very slight storm chances coming up that will include tonight as a weak wave of energy moves across, but the big storm system, the big show, doesn't look to arrive until early next week. In the meantime, our temps will stay above normal as it slowly works its way our direction. Eventually, a cold front is going to move in here early next week, and that will bring us our next chance for rain and thunderstorms. Overnight tonight, a few pop-up storms are possible, may impact your morning commute with hit-and-miss showers. We'll talk more about that coming up. Right now, those chances are about 20%. Okay, nothing too widespread expected. Temperatures tonight will fall down into the 60s and low 70s, 68 in Pryor, 72 degrees here in Tulsa. Here's a look at your metro planner. 83 degrees coming up by 6 o'clock, falling to 77 by 9, so your Monday evening's looking good. 72 in the morning, a warm start, but a few pop-up thunderstorms are possible. Very slight rain chances coming up tomorrow. The bigger story is just going to be the heat. 92 degrees, heat index close to 100, and that'll be the case on Wednesday and Thursday as well. And look at those lows in the mid-70s on the way, so get the AC ready. You're going to need it.
Just in time for fall.
I know, right?
August and September got confused.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's been a little crazy.
All right, thank you, Lacey.
Thanks, Lacey.
Well, coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, A fisherman drowns after slipping and falling at a reservoir. We talk with other people who say the same thing nearly happened to them.
And next at 5, we're going to take you on a tour of a new fire station going up in Berry Hill.
Austin, what's the best thing about the end of summer at Airco?
Chase, it's the perfect time to replace your furnace or AC, so you can avoid it failing when you need it the most.
Timing is everything.
That's right. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
This is the J.D. Power Award for dependability. I want you to give it to the friend that is most dependable.
Is this required? Does she have to?
She doesn't have to. Tough choice, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, luckily, Chevy makes it a little easier, because it's the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row.
Wow, it's really nice in here.
Get 20% below MSRP on most 2017 Chevy Malibu models. That's over $5,300 on this Chevy Malibu. Chevy drives Oklahoma. Find new roads.
St. Francis Health System provides comprehensive health and wellness services for women at every stage of their lives. We are here for you, celebrating the joys with you, guiding you through the challenges, encouraging you to make your health a priority, and supporting you in every way with the most advanced clinical and technological expertise. St. Francis Women's Services, healthcare for life.
Hey, sis, come on in. Dad's on the phone with Uncle Bill.
On the phone? He hasn't used the phone in a while. He can't hear well enough.
Right, but we gave him a CapTel captioned phone. Now he can read what's being said.
Then he almost flipped over.
Staying connected has never been easier. With a Sprint CapTel caption telephone, you see everything your caller says.
Looks like Dad's gonna be on the phone a lot more now.
Learn more about this free service at CapTelOffer.com.
What could you do with an extra $100? Well, it buys a lot of coffee. Or a date night. Right now, when you open a new checking account with TTCU, you'll get at least a $100 bonus. Score! And every time you pay with your School Pride debit card, TTCU donates to area schools. Hey, we all buy stuff. Why not help our schools at the same time? TTCU. Life is better in balance.
Get big savings on a big selection of over 800 new Chevys at the all-new Jim Norton Chevy in Broken Arrow. Hurry! Take 20% off a giant selection of remaining new 2017 Chevys and buy a brand new Chevy for less than $10,000. Plus, get a lifetime engine warranty and oil changes for life at no extra charge.
Come on, Tulsa. Who does all that?
So hurry to the all-new Jim Norton Chevy.
Jim Norton Chevy.
In Broken Arrow.
No one thinks about their hot water heater until it fails.
At that point, you have water damage everywhere.
So it's a good idea to have us inspected annually.
Exactly. And right now, you can save big on a new one with these rebates.
Call Airco Service, the company you know.
Well, new here at 5, Berry Hill firefighters have a new station. Firefighters say their old one was just too small.
News on 6's Emery Bryan is on the story for us in Berry Hill.
Even though the building isn't entirely finished, firefighters here in Berry Hill are already working out of it and say it's already better than where they started. The Berry Hill Fire Protection District has been for 30 years in an old building down by the high school, but now the Fire Protection District has finished this building over on 41st Street. Firefighters have moved in. They're now operating out of this new fire station. They expect it will improve their response time to the majority of their calls because it's more centrally located now to where more of their calls are happening as the population of Berry Hill is concentrated sort of on the south end of the Fire Protection District down along 41st Street. This protection district has a combination of paid and volunteer firefighters, so they did need much better living quarters and more room for volunteers to come in for doing training. This new station is right along the future route of the Gilcrease Turnpike, much more centrally located, easier to get in and out of because it's on 41st Street. The Fire Protection District is going to have an open house at the new fire station. It is October 28th, a Saturday, 2 o'clock, and everyone from Berry Hill is invited. On the scene, on the story in Berry Hill, Emery Bryan, News on 6.
Well, that's our news here at 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us.
We're going to leave you this evening with a hummingbird that was caught on camera by Chelsea Farmer over in Owasso. Such a great shot. Thanks for sending it.
We'll be back in 30 minutes.
Well, in case you haven't heard, Jim Glover Chevrolet at I-44 Memorial has changed ownership. But one thing that hasn't changed is the management team. This is a team that has been here for years. This is a team that is obsessed with exceptional customer service. And this is a team that will always go the extra mile for you. Our employees and you, our customers, are what keep us the #1 Chevy dealer in Oklahoma. Thank you, Green Country.
4 in 10 Oklahomans care for parents, spouses, and loved ones. My name is Regina Goodwin, and I am one of them. I didn't know there was a name for it until I became a caregiver. I never regretted it for 1 minute, and I'd do it all over again. If caregivers don't take care of themselves, they can't take care of anyone else. And AARP has the resources caregivers need.
Share your story and learn about free resources for caregivers at newson6.com/AARP caregivers.
Let's get ready to ride this September at Hard Rock Casino Tulsa with the $100,000 Hard Rock Knockdown.
On Saturday, September 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd, 6 winners will get to step into the ring and deliver a 1-2-3 punch for up to $100,000 cash. Earn entries daily and double entries on Saturdays. Take your swing at $100,000 cash. Only at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tulsa. You should be here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
This happens. And this should help. Going further to warn, alert, and protect drivers. That's Ford, and that's how you become the best in Oklahoma. Now drive a new Ford Fusion and get up to $5,000 cash back. Visit your Oklahoma Ford dealers today.
Look at all that dinner for $4. And before you say, but Denny's, those 2 strips of bacon, 2 eggs, and 2 fluffy pancakes are clearly breakfast. We say at $4, does it really matter? Denny's $4 Everyday Value Slam. Order now at dennys.com.
Sometimes life brings you full circle to a place you've been before.
Except this time, we get to do it together.
Coming soon, Jim Glover, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat.
Bracing for round 2. Caribbean islands battered by Irma are now in the path of Maria. We have the latest on where the hurricane's headed. Also tonight,
No, drop the knife.
a Georgia Tech student is fatally shot by campus police after allegedly threatening them with a knife. The student's parents say the cops overreacted.
Why did you kill my son?
A warning from America's pediatricians.
Think before you ink.
Second thoughts about getting tattooed.
It seemed like a good idea back then.
It sure did, and now I'm thinking, why did I get it?
And he didn't set out to save the world, but he did. The man who prevented an accidental nuclear war.
This is the CBS Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Mason. The Atlantic Ocean tonight is an alphabet soup of storms, J, L, and M. Hurricane Jose, Tropical Depression Lee, and Hurricane Maria. Maria is the one posing the biggest threat. A Category 4 hurricane, it's aiming for Caribbean islands that took a beating earlier this month from Hurricane Irma. Eric Fisher is chief meteorologist at our CBS station WBZ. How's it looking, Eric?
Well, Anthony, we'll start with the storm we've been tracking for 2 weeks now, and that is Jose, which now looks a little bit more like a nor'easter. It's starting to lose some of those tropical characteristics, and the track does still keep it just offshore. Well, this is going to produce a lot of surf, rip current risk, and some strong winds near the coastline. Not a worst-case storm here, but one that'll have an impact from the mid-Atlantic up to New England. The storm that has gone under rapid intensification these last 24 hours is Maria. It was a tropical storm yesterday afternoon. Now it's a Category 4 hurricane, and we can look right in. That eye cleared out this afternoon, a pinhole eye that is bearing down on Dominica, which is this island right in here, Martinique to the south, Guadeloupe to the north. That eye likely will cross right over Dominica tonight. Then we track it off to the north.